Hey, Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you could join me today. I'm working on a Christmas card for the challenge over at Scribbles Designs. I am now on the design team there, so you'll be seeing some videos highlighting some of those fun, whimsical digis from there. So the theme this time is Scandinavian Christmas. And I started thinking about, okay, how am I inspired by that theme? And as I thought about Scandinavian Christmas, I started thinking about the lovely ornaments that I've seen that represent that. And I was thinking about how they have such lovely wooden ornaments with these ornate cutouts. And that led me to a quilted Christmas here in Cricut Design Space, where I found this little gift here, and I also found the sleigh. Now I'm going to share a little bit about this gift because I did something special with that, and I'm going to show you that in this video. Before we go there though, let me just share where everything came from in my card. The present border, and yes, this is a border, came from a quilted Christmas, and the sleigh came from a quilted Christmas. The background paper is from Decosse's Dynamite Doodles, Nature of Christmas, and the digi is from Scribbles Designs, and it's Scribbles 872 Woodland Santa 2. And he is so fun to color. I've used him on many occasions. I really enjoy this digi. This little sentiment is also from Decosse's Dynamite Doodles, and it's from Holiday Hoopla. I am going to put all of that in the box below this video. In case you're not sure where that is, it is a box that is above the comments. There'll be 3 little dots there. And when you see those 3 little dots, you can, or it'll say see more, one or the other. You can just press that and everything comes up. The material list and all of the information about the challenges and basically everything I say that will be down there, it should be down there. Any questions about that, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd hate for you to miss out on something that you would like to know because you weren't sure where that box was. I've had that question, and so I just want to make sure I'm clear in the video. All right, on with this card. So easy put together. I brought in the paper, and in case you don't know how to manipulate paper in Cricut Design Space, I'll go ahead and put that in that box below so you can find a link to that video. And if you're not sure how to import digis, I can give you a link to a video for that too. But the thing I really want to talk about in this video is what I did with this piece. All right, let's go and let's find this. So first of all, I'm going to show you if you use something and you're not sure how to find it, how to actually find it again. So I'm coming over to this right-hand panel. I'm going to right-click, go to Image Info, and here it says Present Border. I'm just going to click that. And there it is. There it is. Now, if I want to know where that came from, I press those 3 dots. It says View Image Sets, A Quilted Christmas. Now I can click here, back to Image, and there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. Add to Canvas. Now, as you can see, this does not come in with any kind of background, but I have added a little background to this, and I can show you that by hitting Ungroup and pulling that away. And there it is. Okay. Now, how did I get that piece when it wasn't here? Well, I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse here, but I will show you how I did that before I show you how I got this one little present. All I did was I left-clicked the gift as it came in. I hit Command Copy, Command C on my keyboard, or I can right click and say Duplicate, and there it is. I simply come down to Contour, and I say Hide All Contours. X. I come up here, I say I'd like it white, and there it is. There's my background for my gift. So I can bring this back to the front, and it's just that simple. Now I have that background piece. Now, how in the world did I get just this gift out of this border? Easy. Come over to Shapes, left click, pick up a square, bring it in, set it right up next to this gift that you want. I could nudge him over just a little bit. I'm using my arrows on my keyboard for that. I could nudge him over one more time to the left. Now I'm going to slice that. Right down here it says Slice. Now I'm going to pick up one more square. And I'm going to go ahead and slice this again. Again, it's right over here, Slice. And there it is. I have just one little gift. So as you're looking at all of these different images that you might have, keep in mind you can change things. It's easy just with your slice options and your combine options, your welding options, your flattening options. You can really change some things around. So, don't be afraid to give it a try and, make it work for you and make it work for your project. All right, let's head over to the craft table and let's put this card together. So here we are at the craft table, and let's just take a look at what we have here. We have the little digi here that I have Copic colored. We have the little gift, and you can see the little background piece there. We have the sleigh, and I created the background piece for the sleigh the same way. I have some brown backing paper and the digital paper. So let's start out. I decided I didn't want this white. I wanted it more creamy beige. So I came in with some champagne ink and went around the edges of the background paper, as well as coloring the background for my little gift in that same color. I decided to come in a little darker right around the edges and use some cashmere. Now you'll notice that there's a little blotchy place on my background paper. That doesn't bother me at all. This is a great place to use paper that might be marred up a little bit. Just use it as background layering pieces. It works out perfectly. Coming in with my Zig two-way glue, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere my top layer of my sleigh to my bottom layer. And then I'm going to go ahead and just ink it over again to cover any little spots. I'm going to use some juniper ink, a little darker, sort of going with the color of the background piece. Going in to do the same thing with my little present, using that Zig two-way, and I'm offsetting this just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and layer up the card now, get everything as straight as I can, just sort of eyeball it. I hold it with the heel of my hand and just go ahead and use my ATG and just glue it into place. Then I'm coming in, I'm doing the same thing with the top layer of my card there. Time to add my little sleigh. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of tape on, but I'm going to put a little Fabri-Tac over it. Not because I'm so concerned that it won't hold, but because I couldn't get tape on the little runners of the sleigh. And also it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Tape tends to hold quickly, whereas the glue I can sort of move things around a tiny bit. Now, as for Santa, I wanted him to pop up a little bit, and because he's going to be on top of that sleigh, I wanted to give him a little bit of pop off on the right side. So I'm going in and I'm going to add that so that he sort of sits actually evenly. So he sits over the sleigh and he's not sort of bound around that. Does that make sense? He'll just sit more evenly, I think. So put a little bit of cereal box back there on the right side. Now for the gift, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to have to go with 2 layers because Santa is popped up higher. So if I want him to sit right, I want this little gift to sit right on the edge of the card there, I'm going to have to pop off that right side. All right, so there we go. Now we have everything on there and it's time to add our little goodies. Now, if you have trouble getting things like ribbons and things on, this is the way I do it. I just squeeze the glue up from the bottom of the bottle and then just let my little bow touch that. And then I get just enough on there so that it hopefully doesn't make a gluey mess, but there's enough on there that it will stick to my project. I'm going to come in with some really old sequins from my stash. And when I say old, I mean old. Like I inherited these, I believe, from my grandmother. So they've been around for a while. And they are a brown kind of sort of coppery color. And I thought, ooh, those would be beautiful on this card. Well, you know that if we see the sequins coming into place, it's time to wind up this video, and that's what we're going to do. I thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate your time. Again, you're going to find all the information in the box below, and that box is right above the comments. You'll find everything I used in this video, as well as some links to some other videos that might be helpful to you. Any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below and I will get back to you. Hey, have a wonderful week and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.